this time around for me, she gave a D minus to
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
take the class again because they need a C. They won't be able to
Testing
if I give them an F, they might be able to fight it. But a D minus, I found that they can be extremely substantial work.
Yeah.
Just the person never trained anything.
Okay. Take a breath. Take a breath. You need not believe the ideas. You need not believe the ideas. You need not accept the ideas. You need not accept the ideas. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease the effectiveness of the ideas. You are not asked to judge the ideas at all. You are not asked to judge the ideas at all. The use will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Did you hear what I said? Their use will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. And what does that mean? If you use it, you will see that it works. If you use it, you will see that it works. If you use it, you will see that it works. If you use it, you will see that it works. If you use it, if you use it, if you use it, if you use it, if you use it. Did I say if you use it? Okay. So, I'm going to go through the teacher's manual. And we're going to be at the introduction. And I try to make the Course in Miracles extremely practical so that you can leave out of here and you can apply it to whatever's going on in your life right now to give you more peace. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, so you do want peace?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes.
You want peace so much you'd be willing to be happy more than you'd be willing to be right.
Yes.
Of course. Okay. The role of teaching and learning is actually reversed in the thinking of the world. The role of teaching and learning is actually reversed in the thinking of the world. That the reversal is characteristic. In other words, it seems as if the teacher and the pupil are separated. It seems as if the teacher and the pupil are separated. It seems as if the teacher and the pupil are separated. What does that mean? It means it looks like the teacher is giving something to the learner rather than the teacher giving something to themselves. It looks like I come here to give you something, but I'm not here to give me something. Further, the act of teaching is regarded as a special activity. So, a special activity. I come here once a week to teach A Course in Miracles. We think of teaching as a special activity in which one engages only a relatively small proportion of their time, just an hour. I'm teaching in a special occasion for an hour. And it says the course, of course is a course. That's a whole other thing. How many of y'all remember Mr. Ed? That's okay, don't say who. Yeah, we don't want to date you too much around here, you know what I'm saying. I see it in syndication. I didn't see it when it came out originally. Of course, the miracle said, if you don't get your act together, you're going to be Mr. Dead. Instead of Mr. Ed, you'll be Mr. Dead. You better get your stuff together, boy. All right. The Course, on the other hand, emphasizes that to teach is to learn. 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 So why am I teaching? To learn. Right. Don't you see how that works? Like the more I'm sharing this with you, the more I'm learning it. You right? So I hear it more than anybody. Sometimes I think if I hear my voice one more time, I'm gonna puke. Okay. But then I listen to it how it's like be perfect for the radio, and I kind of, this is WACIM. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. I like that. You know? Then you want to be funky, you go with it like this. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. To teach. Lord have mercy. Okay, and that means teacher and the learner are the same. To teach is to learn, so the teacher and the learner, we're the same. And so the Course says, the Course in Miracles also emphasizes that teaching is a constant process. That it's a constant process. Teaching is a constant process. What does that mean? It means that teaching goes on every moment of the day. And it also means that teaching continues into sleeping thoughts as well. So you're teaching all day and you're even teaching when you're asleep. Wow. You're teaching, even, you know, we taking that bad teaching even into the dream. Sometimes we're teaching when we're asleep, we're teaching when we're awake. So let's review. Okay, first of all, it said that the role of teaching and learning is actually reversed in the world. In the world, it looks like the teacher's giving something to somebody else and they're not giving it to themselves. In the world, it looks like the teacher's coming to an assigned place for an hour, giving it to somebody else because it's a special activity, but the rest of the day, you're not teaching. And the Course also says if you teach, you're going to learn, and also says you're teaching all the time. You're demonstrating all the time. You're teaching all the time. So to teach is to demonstrate. So if I say I'm your teacher, I'm not saying I'm standing up here giving you more intellectual information. It means I'm demonstrating what I'm talking about. Okay, so how am I demonstrating what I'm talking about? Because I'm giving it to myself right now. I'm talking about giving it to myself, and I'm giving it to myself. I'm talking about you teach all the time, and I'm standing up here demonstrating all the time. And it says there, I'm gonna make this really simple. It says there are only two thought systems. There are only two ways to think. 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 And you demonstrate that you believe one way of thinking or the other way of thinking all the time. You're demonstrating or teaching one way of thinking or the other way of thinking. There are but two ways of thinking, and to teach is to demonstrate there are just two ways of thinking, and I'm teaching one of those ways, and you're teaching one of those ways all the time, and other people learn from your demonstration, and you learn from your demonstration, not your analyzation. You learn from your demonstration, not your analyzation. You learn from your demonstration. You learn from your demonstration, and everybody else does too. So, the question is not whether you will teach, because you don't have any choice. You're going to teach. So the question isn't whether or not you're going to demonstrate. You're demonstrating something right now. Right now, you're demonstrating one or two things. You're demonstrating love and joining and connection and peace, or you're demonstrating separation, fear, and suspicion. You're either demonstrating you think you're one with me, or you're sitting up there thinking you're different from me. There's just two ways of thinking, love or fear. A way that produces love, a way that produces fear. We do that in a gazillion different ways. There's a gazillion different ways to demonstrate love and to demonstrate fear, but the Course in Miracles is saying, but you're just demonstrating love or fear. You're just demonstrating that you're free, or you're demonstrating that you're limited. Everybody with me so far? Okay, then it says the purpose of the Course, the purpose of the Course, the purpose of the Course, the purpose of the Course. Did I say the purpose of the Course? Yes. The purpose of the Course might be said, the purpose of the Course might be said to provide you with the means of choosing what you want to teach on the basis of what do you want to learn. So you're going to now try to demonstrate in your world what you want to learn. Your behavior should be based on what you want to learn. You should answer people in the conversation based on what you want to come to you. See, when I answer somebody, I'm not trying to answer them in terms of what I want to come to them, because they're not hearing me anyway. They're just hearing their interpretations of what I'm saying. They're just hearing their interpretation. I'm having this conversation, you're hearing your interpretations of what I'm saying. So I'm hearing what I'm saying too. Since I know you're not going to hear what I'm saying because you're hearing your interpretations of what I'm saying, then I know I need to say what I need to hear. Okay, you know how sometimes you work really hard to be really clear with someone and they still misunderstand every doggone thing you say? Right, that's because they interpreted what you said. So it isn't about you being so clear to others, it's about you being clear to yourself. By teaching you what you need to learn, saying what you want to experience. So when I go into a gathering, I'm trying to give what I want to receive in that experience. And I'm not waiting for somebody else to give it to me. I'm going to be proactive. Oh my God, and be sincere. Oh my God, the gorgeous hair. My, what? I'm telling you, who did that, girl? Okay. I give what I want to receive. I want people to talk to me when I go somewhere. I talk to people. I want somebody to hug me. I hug them. Woo! I want somebody to not pay me back. I don't pay people back. I'm giving what I want to receive. Everybody's giving what they want to receive. So it says, now this is deep. It says you can't give to someone else. 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 You cannot give to someone else. But you can only give to yourself. So since you can only give to yourself and you can't give to me, since you can only give to yourself and you can't give to your partner, since you can only give to yourself and you can't give to your child and your lover, you're only giving to yourself, then you will learn this through teaching. So through teaching, you will learn that you're only giving it to yourself. So the more you demonstrate something, you're giving it to yourself. When you demonstrate something, you're giving it to yourself. Thank you for coming out on a day that looks like this. Thank you for wanting the truth or another way to look at it enough to come out. You know, I appreciate that. And I know that you were sent by the divine, that you were sent by the universe. You were sent by spirit because you would have rather been in the bed.
Appreciate you too, Raj.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Are you giving what you want to receive? What a sneaky, my God. You're giving what you want to receive, brother. Appreciation. Oh man, I mean, you might have heard me. That happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes I even hear myself. Shocks me. Oh, listen to myself. Lord have mercy. Things are changing. Tomorrow is my birthday. And it's the start of a brand new cycle. It's time for another way to decide. It's time to decide what I want to teach on the basis of what I want to learn. It's time for me to remember even more that I'm teaching two thought systems. It's time for me to remember that I'm teaching all day long, even when I'm asleep. It's time for me to realize I'm only giving to myself. So how can I go into this next year giving what I want to receive more? How can I go into this year coming up giving what I want to receive more? And then it says right here that you can't give to someone else, you can only give to yourself, and you learn this through teaching. So teaching is just a call to witnesses to attest to what you believe. So I'm calling, when I say I'm a teacher, I'm saying that I'm calling for witnesses to validate or attest what I believe. I want to believe in love. I'm calling to witnesses to witness love back to me because that's what I want to receive, so that's what I want to give. So if I want to give something, then what I'm saying when I say I want to teach it, I'm saying that I want to have witnesses. You know, I want to have witnesses that I love myself. Not because I need the validation in order to feel good about myself, but why not? Yeah, you can only give it to yourself. Yeah, you're the one that's got to love yourself. Yeah, you should not need anybody's validation. But what's wrong with having some people around you that say, damn, you cool? What's wrong with that? Until you get to the point that you believe it for yourself, isn't it wonderful to have somebody witnessing to you about it until you believe it for yourself? So surround yourself with people who witness to the beauty that you are, to the power that you are, to the cuteness that you are, to the juiciness that you are, to the being that deserves abundance that you are. And then it goes on to say, teaching is a method of conversion. Teaching is a method of conversion, and conversion isn't done by words. Teaching is not done by words alone. You don't teach by words only. It's not only the words that I'm saying that's doing the teaching. The Course says, any situation, any situation, any situation, any situation, any situation. Did I say any situation? Does that mean any situation? Does that mean all situations would be part of any situation? So it says, in any situation, you must see it as a chance to teach others two things. In any situation, it's a chance for you to teach other people two things. So right now, we're having what? A chance to teach each other two things. How many? Two things. How many? Two things. That's all. Two things. Now, would you like somebody to give you 100 things to remember? Do you go to the store, or could you handle two things better? All right, so that means spirit in its divine intelligence is not going to give you an endless list of complicated things to remember in order for you to be happy. It means the divine is going to keep it simple. So there are two thought systems, and then it says there are two things that any situation must be to you, and that is it must, and no more than that. I love that. It says, and no more than that. And what's the two things? This is a chance to teach you what you are. This is a chance for me to teach you what you are. This is a chance for me to teach you what you are. This is a chance for me to demonstrate what you are. This is a chance for me to demonstrate what you are. And it's also a chance for me to also demonstrate what you are to me. So every situation is going to give you a chance to teach others what you are and what they are to you. I'm going to teach you what you are, and I'm also going to teach you what you are to me. I'm going to demonstrate what you are to me. And you are to me valuable, and you are to me precious, and you are to me spirit, and you are to me love. And this is an opportunity for me to teach you that, and this is an opportunity for me to teach you what you are to me. So every time you're around anybody, it's an opportunity to teach what you are and to teach what they are to you. That's pretty simple. You know, the Course in Miracles doesn't really seem as complicated as it seems like when we try to read it and we don't understand what the hell we just read. What's up with that? I'm reading right out of this book. Anybody that's following this book would understand this is not coming from the brilliance of my mind so much as I'm really good at glancing down the book and saying what it says, and glancing down the book and saying what it says, and glancing down the book and saying what it says. But I get a chance to reap all the benefits. I just got back from Ibiza. It's a good deal. If you can read, you can ride. But people won't read. It's a trip. It's already done for us, and we won't go ahead and do it. It's already done for us. Every problem you have has already been solved. Every problem you have has already been solved. Every problem you think you have has already been solved. Every problem you think you have has already been solved. But you know what the problem is? The problem is we analyze and we insist on defining what the problem is. And as long as you think you can define what your problem is, you'll never see the real solution as relevant. So you'll get the real solution and you won't use it because it's not as you define the problem and the solution. So while you're sitting around defining your problems, you're keeping yourself from having the solution. And I'll eliminate what your problem is. You want to get it eliminated right off the bat? Yeah. Okay, the way that you do it is when you tell me what your problem is and I'll tell you that's not it.
That's right.
It is, it's my partner. If my partner was different, I know my life would work if my partner just really appreciated me more and, you know, called me 1,000 times today. Because that's where I've been. I've been in relationships where I've wanted somebody that's called me all the time. Haven't you? And if they did that, that was it. That was cool. Everything was cool. If they didn't, something must be wrong. That's not the problem. The problem is separation. The problem is I think I'm separate from love, because if I knew I was completely connected to love, I wouldn't be worried about anything or anybody. If I knew I was connected to the source, if I knew I was connected to God, I wouldn't be worried about no bills. I wouldn't be worried about my body. I wouldn't be worried about whether or not I was going to have a lover. I wouldn't be worried about whether I was going to get a promotion or my car was going to work. If I was connected to the infinite power that creates all things, if I was connected to source, then I wouldn't have any fear. So my only problem is I've forgotten that I'm connected to source, And I think my problem is what I think my problem is. That's the problem. Because if the problem was really what you thought the problem was, it would already be solved. That's how you know it's not the real problem, because you haven't been able to solve it. And it definitely means you don't recognize the problem if you haven't been able to solve it. So if you think you still got a problem, you haven't recognized what your problem is. If you think you got a problem, if you think your money is a money problem, you can say my money isn't a money problem. My problem isn't a money problem, and my money problem isn't a money problem. My problem is I think I'm separate from the divine abundance that I'm a part of. My problem is I think I'm separated from my prosperity and abundance, that infinite abundance that created me. My problem is I've forgotten who I really am. And I think I'm the thing that people have taught me that I am. And I think I'm the thing that I taught me I am. And that's the problem. So the Course is telling us right here, in this situation, who can tell me what any situation should be to you?
2 things.
What's the 2 things, brother?
To be able to show what I am to others and what they are, what they mean to me.
That's right. What? I'm going to show you who you are to me, and I'm going to show you who I am. I'm going to show you who you are to me, and I'm going to show you who I am. You ought to try it. I walked up to people in parties and said, hey, I'm going to show you who I think you are, and I'm going to show you who I am. Some people run, and some people say, I've been waiting to hear that now. I'm going to hear black boy. Come on, chocolate man, come on. Oh, wow. I tell you, I wish I was this happy all the time. You know, yeah. So after this class, ignore the man that you see standing on top of that bridge. He looks like Earl. I just in that class and he was all happy. Hey Earl, remember who you are. Remember who I am. I can just feel it, man. I can feel this next year is going to be a trip for me. And I'm an astrologer too, and I look at my own stuff. And people say, what does astrology have to do with the Course in Miracles? How can you do the Course in Miracles and do astrology? Why can you do the Course in Miracles and be an auto mechanic? Don't be talking that stuff to me. We the same. You know, all of us got the magic we think we need to make it. But we make our magic the magic. You know, and the Course says, I'll take everything you've learned. I'll take every skill you have. I'll take every part of your life that you have created, and I will use it to wake you up to the divine love you are. So it's all right. You're a mechanic. I'll show you how you can mechanic your way to self-realization. You know, you learned astrology. I'll show you how you can use astrology to wake up to who you really are. I don't care what you're doing. It can be used by the divine to bring you the joy that you want. So you don't have to be at odds with your life as you have created it right now. Love takes you where you are. Somebody that loves you don't say, when you change, I love you. Somebody that loves you doesn't say, when you changed, I love you. They scoop you up. You get scooped. You standing there and scoop. Right from where you are. Oh, I like you the way you are. I'm attracted to you the way you are. My God, don't talk. You're gonna blow it. I don't talk. Right now I'm fascinated with what I'm seeing in my fantasy. Don't mess with my fantasy, you're gonna lose. Because you're a lot better in my fantasy than you are than you act. Or I'd be happier with you and wouldn't be fantasizing all the time. I'd be giving gratitude to the reality of what you are. I wouldn't be wishing you were something else. I'd be like, wow, I love you the way you are. Can you be more that? And then that's when it all lands in your court. Oh my God, now I gotta express myself identically. I have to keep on unfolding who I am. I'm used to somebody telling me who I should be. Then you go find somebody that's bossy and blame again. Because they'll be telling me what I am, and telling me what I need to do, and telling me what should make me happy, and telling me how I'm thinking. So I want one of those kind of partners. Then I don't have to think for myself or take any responsibility for myself or anything. They'll just tell me what I need. So those of you who are control freaks, I gave you a tip. Look for the person who wants to take no responsibility for their experience. Now, they're going to blame the hell out of you when something goes wrong, but but you still get a chance to boss them. Okay, any questions about anything that I've said, or any comments about anything that you've heard today?
So even in that scenario, by being a control freak, you are teaching them what you are and what they are to you.
Right, something to be controlled.
Okay.
That's what they are to you. Exactly, because you're so friggin' insecure. Control freaks are the most insecure people around. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any thoughts? Any comments? My phone saw how hot y'all were.
We just had to say something.
Where you at, Earl?
Yeah, that's where my GPS works, Tells me where to go and they say, hey, you hot. You can even make your GPSs be your little sub. The soundtrack of my life.
Yes.
I did want to say something because, like, you were talking about the two thought systems. So it's interesting because, like I'll be going through my day, and like for a while I'll be feeling the peace and happiness and love, and then just like that, boom, and then I'll be like.
Your little horns come out of your head, don't they?
Yeah, I'll be like spiraling down, but I'm starting to realize that it's like, I think where I get in trouble is the judgment.
Yes.
Like I'm like, oh, this has changed, and this must be something bad.
That's right.
Instead of being like, well, I don't know what this means. And what
I'm the
it's
source
for.
of my experience. I'm the source of my experience. So first thing I can do is I should remind myself that I should turn my attention away from the thing that I think is disturbing me. I should turn my attention away from the thing that I think that's disturbing me. I should turn my attention away from the person that I think is disturbing me. I should turn my attention away from the situation that I think is disturbing me, and tell myself, I am the source of my experience. I am the source of my experience. I am the source of my experience. I am feeling disturbed. I am feeling disturbed. What is it in me that needs to be healed? What is it in me that needs to be healed? I turn your attention away from the thing outside of you that you think is upsetting you. Tell yourself, I am the source of my experience, and what is it within me that needs to be healed? And when have I acted like the person I'm disturbed by? And then you'll get to the other side of your upset.
Can I just say something for the record?
Sure.
That shit works.
Thank you.
I'm saying, I behoove everyone to write it down, keep it in your pocket, and when you get disturbed later today, take it out and go to your neutral corner, take it out, read it, and then when you're feeling more sane, come back. It works. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you were demonstrating what you wanted to remember.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's what he was doing. He was demonstrating what he wanted to remember. So, what do? I'm upset. What does that mean? I need to turn my attention away from that I think is upsetting me, because that's not what's upsetting me. Then I tell myself, I'm the source of my experience. I'm the source of my experience. I'm giving it all the meaning it has for me. I'm the source of my experience. And I pass it around because I mail out links that allow you to watch the videos that I'm making so that you can watch the classes again. And if you don't want to receive them, you can unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe at the bottom of the email, because I want my videos to go to the people who want to open them and watch them. I'm not offended if you unsubscribe. I want to be of assistance to the ones who value what comes through me, and the people who don't see what I share that way anymore, then the truth will come to them perfectly through someone else beside me, and I'm okay with that. I have to be okay with letting people come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. Used to sound like my earlier sex life. in my 20s. Okay. It's the most spiritual class you ever been in, isn't it? That's what a lot of people tell me online. Say, buddy, I can relate to you. You don't come out with that holy and thou attitude. You know, some people need a holy and thou. Everything is perfect. Everybody's got the perfect teacher for as long as they need them. That's what I realized. There's no competition. There's no competition. I don't have any competition. Marianne Williamson isn't my competition. And Gary Renard? No. But Gary's a good friend of mine. It's like, no. My point is, when you look at it as competition, you'll never be free. You're gonna be jealous for the rest of your life if you think you got competition out there. There is no competition. That person will never meet another you. That's why I like that whole thing that they're doing in Hollywood with the, you know, putting the two names together, you know, like Brangelina, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Because what they're saying is there can be no other Brangelina. You know, it can be Earl Purdy. It could be Badger Rod, Angelina Rod, you know what I'm saying? Angie Rod, you know. But that would all be unique and different. So the experience that someone has with you, they literally can't have that form of experience exactly the way that they have it. So you never have to worry about competition if you're being true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? See, if I can only think I look good if I have white skin, I'm in trouble. Right? If you could only be accepted as beautiful if you had chocolate skin, you're in trouble. So my point is, your uniqueness is exactly what you need. It's perfect for you and perfect for everyone that will be sent to you. They need you the way you are. Someone sent to you by God is someone who needs you the way you are now. Now. Even with the flaws you think you have, you are a step up for some people. They'll say you're the most enlightened person they've ever been in a relationship with. They'll be so grateful to you. There are people who are praying for you right now. I want a somewhat dysfunctional lover. If they want you. They're out there, they're looking for you right now. They're praying for you. Just the way you do it. I need somebody with 30% jealousy. Because some people, they think, the more loving I am, sometimes the more people think I don't care about them. You know why? Because I'm not trying to control them. You know why? Because I let them come and go. So they'll think I don't care. Because I'm supposed to like go crazy. But love waits on welcome, not on time. Love, you know, it's about supporting people in what they believe that they are and what they need right now. That's how somebody that loves you treats you. What do you want? How can I support you in that? You know. So what am I doing? I'm teaching what I want to learn. I'm giving what I want to receive. I'm not waiting for people to give me what I want to receive. I know how to receive what I want. I give it. And whatever I'm not giving is what I really don't want. And check that one out. Whatever you're not giving is what you really don't want. If I'm not giving you attack, I really don't want it. Somebody attacking everybody, they really want it. That's why they're attacking. Because they want to be attacked and hurt. They hate themselves. Now, who would have a better chance of getting punched out by somebody at a basketball game? Somebody that walks through the audience and punches people in the head, or somebody that just walks through the audience and don't punch anybody? Which one? Which one? The one that punches, right? So the person that's doing the attack is the one who is increasing the possibilities of being attacked. So the next time you go off on somebody, try to remember that you're doing it because you want somebody to hurt you. That's why you think you're doing it because they did something to you. But the truth is, you're attacking because you want to be attacked. Because you're feeling guilty about something. And when you feel guilty about something, you try to create punishment. So stop doing stuff you feel guilty about. Stop doing the thing you feel guilty about. Stop doing the things you feel guilty about. Stop doing the things you feel guilty about. Stop doing the things you feel guilty about, not because those things are inherently bad or wrong, because you think they are. So you're going to attack yourself for doing it. You're going to punish yourself for doing it. You don't think you should drink, and then you drink something, you get drunk, and you throw up and you vomit. That's your way of paying for the drink. You leave a party, the next day you running around trying to find your clothes outdoors, and then somebody got them and run off with them. That's because you feel guilty.
What?
Well, you know I saw you out the other day trying to find your clothes. What you talking about, man?
That wasn't me.
Oh, right. Okay, I'd rather be happy than right. All right. I found that the key to happiness was basically me saying I was wrong all the time. It was a brilliant realization. You know, try it sometime. Just see what happens. See what happens. Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit further. Can we go further?
Yes.
Okay, y'all with me?
Yes.
All right, so the curriculum that you set up is therefore determined exclusively by what you think you are. So, and what you believe your relationship of others is to you. I'll say this again because you have to hear the course more than once. You're having a curriculum. That curriculum is being determined by what you think you are. So you're teaching what you think you are, and you're also, again, he's just saying the same thing another way. You are just teaching what you believe others are to you. He says now in a formal teaching situation, like with Swave and DeBone or Earl, these questions of what you think you are and what you believe the relationship of others is to you, it seems like it's totally unrelated to what you think you're teaching. Like your math teacher was not thinking about, they were demonstrating to you what you are and what you are to them. It seems like that's something that's totally unrelated to teaching you arithmetic. And so it says, yet, I love this, he says, yet it's impossible to not use the content of any situation on behalf of what you really teach and therefore really learn. So we're using this situation right now on behalf of teaching what we really are and what we really want to learn. So to teaching and learning, this is important. Beep, 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 beep. To teaching and learning, the verbal content of your thinking is quite irrelevant. What I'm saying to you is irrelevant. When it comes to teaching, the words that I'm using are irrelevant. Why is that true? Let's see what it says. It's in the book. There's a book. And we can get it. It's a book. You can have the book. Isn't that great? That means you can do it all the time because there's a book. It teaches it. A book. You can do it. There's a book. A book. There is. I promise. It's on the phone. Now it's everywhere. That's how desperate God is to get to us. He created the internet. Y'all need help. Back in the old days, they didn't even need no internet. I need to get y'all to some sense quick. Cause back in the day, 300 years ago, they knew they had to keep that soil healthy so they could eat. So they didn't need the internet to make them do it. They didn't need some laws to make them do it. The Indians, the Native Americans, used to freak out and laugh at the concept of owning land. They go, what? Owning land? What's wrong with y'all? Oh God, thank you God that you try to reach us through every possible way, including John Stewart. And Fox Network. That's us. We are Fox Network. Because it's all us. Everything we see is some segment of our own mind. Everything. Isn't that a trip? That I'm only looking at my own mind all the time? Wow. If you realize that, you'll become more spiritual. Because you know you need help. And you'll turn to God. You go, this is my mind. All of it is part of the one mind that we all share. Whew. And you got a little piece of it you call your mind. And I have a little piece of it I call my mind. And that's the illusion. There is no pieces of our mind that belongs exclusively to us. It's like the drops in the ocean thinking they're separate from the ocean just because temporarily they're splashing. It's like slapping some water and it's splashing up, and in that second, that's you. That little drop that splashed out of the water, that's you. And you go, I'm unlike the rest of the ocean! And you right back into the ocean. So, I'm closer to the ocean than I used to be. I'm on my way back to the ocean. It's called aging. You might be a little drop that just came up. You know what I'm saying? My drop been up, it's going down. I don't have a problem with being a part of the ocean. Don't feel sorry for me. The ocean looks like it's a lot more powerful than a drop. It can hold a ship. The drop can't. So while you think it's so good to be a drop, you might want to reconsider that decision. And not only a drop, I'm a special drop. You know, my drop is better than anybody else's drop. And you better love my drop more than you love any other drop too, by the way. On my way down back to the ocean. With you too. All right, so you better enjoy your little momentary splash. Instead of spending all that time hating and being afraid and holding grievances. I'm not enough, I'll never be enough, never go right to me, I never go right to me, nobody will live with me. I gotta zit. Oh my God, zit! If I told you had 2 weeks to live, how important would that zit be then? So you should sing that song. Zit-a-dee-doo-da. I know, I tried. I know. Y'all so cute though. I tell you, I attract cute people. Don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody that comes to my class is beautiful. I don't care what they look like. If somebody needs you just that way, there's somebody just begging for these love handles. I don't have to work out. You gotta work in. Stop working out, start working in. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a work-in video. On YouTube. That's right. Let Rod work in. That's it. Great name. Okay. The Course says the way that we got in a state of fear was we remembered not to laugh. So remember, seriousness is not the key to enlightenment. It was seriousness that got you in a world that's fearful. So don't get serious about your spiritual enlightenment. Get sincere about your spiritual enlightenment. Not serious about it. Sincere about it. Because sometimes people think because they're having a good time, you shouldn't take what the person is saying seriously. So sometimes the things that I share are not taken seriously because I'm not one of those serious teachers who speaks in monotone. Teaching is done by demonstration. This is another opportunity to teach people what they are to you. Room will be filled in 2 weeks. With the most boring students that ever existed. Okay. So I'm going to do a class like that. I'm going to do different kind of videos on YouTube for different type of learning types. I made that decision. So you're going to see many different Earls on YouTube going in 2015. That would be the serious one. The Rasta one. Hey, Mom. The punk one. I'm getting ready. Y'all get ready. It's gonna be the profane, foul, wild one. and it's gonna be the one that curse. You mothers, y'all better get together. And never have a whole crowd. I've been praying for you all my life. Because there's always someone who needs you just the way you express yourself. Wow. That means you're perfect just the way you are. So I'm going to go through the teacher's manual. I'm going to take you on a journey through the teacher's manual over the next several weeks. Because I believe it's the best place to start if you're sincere about studying the course. Because remember, the truth is the opposite to the way we've been taught. The world would tell you you wouldn't do the teacher's manual first, you would do that last. But actually, you need to do it first because it describes and defines all of the terminology that the course uses so that when you read the text, it won't be so, oh my God, what in the heck is it talking about? Plus, it's got some powerful stuff in there like how to develop trust. How is healing accomplished? Are psychic powers desirable? Is there any such thing as reincarnation? I mean, it gets into all that deep stuff, And so if you'll go through this with me, you'll have a great understanding of the basic principles of what the Course in Miracles is teaching. And you will also, in the meantime, begin to see blocks removed in your own life. So you're going to start to see miracles. And by miracles, I mean you're going to start to see correct perceptions. You're going to start to see the love you've been reading about. You start seeing things that get solved that you never thought would ever be solved. And you'll be amazed at how they end up being solved. Because you've shown the simple willingness to look at things another way, get off your position of thinking that you really know what's going on, want to let go of blaming others for whatever is going on in your life, and you're ready to have pure joy, finally. And the universe has just been waiting for you to make that little bit of a decision for yourself, and it will come rushing to your aid in every way possible to transform your life. So congratulations. Woo! Thank you for coming today. I needed that. That was some good stuff. That was some good stuff. Okay, so you mothers, we're going to do the financial expression of appreciation here.
Yes. Yes.
In other words, give me some money! I've been having this vision the other day. I'd just be sitting somewhere, all of a sudden I see this vision of me, and I look like a caveman. And it's like I got like hair, and it goes, like that. Because it's this masculine energy that wants to come out of me right now. There's more than anything I've ever felt before, but it feels like a caveman kind of energy. It's that raw masculine energy, Wow. Yeah, I know. It's a trip. Yeah. It's a trip. Feels good. But whatever's getting ready to happen to me, I need to tap more into my divine masculine right now to accomplish it. And I can sense that it's demanding that I get into my mission and my will and my purpose right now. My life is in a way I've never felt it before. And I'm excited about that because it means I'm ready to experience more joy in my life. At some level, I've forgiven myself. Yeah, so those of you who are watching online, if you want to make a financial expression of appreciation, this is what I do in the world full time, and you see value in it, just go to my website, earlpurdy.com, and you can do that. And also I'm available for one-on-one sessions called Clarity Sessions, where I use the Course in Miracles and the Way of Mastery and all the teachings I've learned in 40 years, and astrology and numerology, and apply it to the situation that you think you're going through. Anybody that's had a session with me, you need to listen to your session again. You need to listen to your session again. Anybody that's had a session with me that's in this room, especially when you become upset or concerned or afraid, especially then, because you will hear something I said to you that you didn't hear when I said it to you originally, because that wasn't the thing that was on your mind. So you'll swear I never said it. It's just that now you need it. So you'll hear it. So all the answers we could ever want are already available to us. We just don't hear them until we're really ready for them. So everything that's bothering you right now, there's already an answer, there's already a solution, that's already been given. You're not ready for it. And you're ready for it. And check that out. None of us are that original. You know what I mean? You can't come up with a problem that God cannot solve, the infinite cannot solve. You think about how it's, I mean, that'd be horrible, wouldn't it? You go, Earl? That's the opinion of God. Earl? I don't know, I can't help him. And that's got to be pretty sad when God says, God, I can't help him. That's what we do, act like we're so special that the thing we're going through, there is no solution. My stuff is worse than everybody's stuff. It's just an attempt to be special. That's all it is. You just want to be special. That's why nobody messed up as you. Nobody's as good as you. You know, I don't want to be special like I used to. It's that special tulip that gets plucked. Like the so-called ugly tulips go, because the ones who didn't get plucked, they're still alive. They're hard. They're doing the tulip twerk. The other, the cute ones in a vase. Well, your splash is just about over. Oh God, I wish I could just remember the truth all the time. Don't you? I mean, and not forget it. All right, here's a quick review before we go out into the lab.
Right.
Before I do that, any quick question, comment? Quick? Because I want to stop on time, even if I didn't start on time.
I just like to say I appreciate how you switched it from, you know, what you want to give, and what you give is what you receive, but you said what you don't give is also what you don't want to receive.
That's right. That's right. What I don't give is what I don't want to receive. And most people who are complaining about what they lack are always the people who are not giving it. I'm broke, so I'll give some money or be generous when I get some. They're always waiting for the thing to come before they set the action in motion that will create it. You know, I share the most when I think I'm the most broke. You know, that's when I'm leaving an extra couple of bucks for the waitress. And I go, oh, I'm down to my last $5. I gotta apply that toward my Bronco ticket. The Bronco need my money. $20 million a year for Peyton, that ain't enough. But the doctor who saved my life, that bastard, he charged for that visit. We got screwed up values I've never seen in my life. Think about that. We'll hold a grudge against a doctor that'll save our life. They even act like they're making $500,000 a year. But then we'll get Peyton Manning $20 million. Great. And I'm not a hater. Peyton is myself. I'm Peyton. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at anybody, the Course says if you look at it as being a part of yourself, then you connect to it, and the energy from that will come into your life. So if I'm happy for everybody else's happiness, I'm connecting myself directly to it. But if I'm judging rich folk and then wondering why I got a credit score of 225, they're going to arrest you for your credit score. Yes, you're applying for something that's fraud. Then you need to start being more generous. I'm telling you, if you're lonely, you need to be the one inviting somebody out to lunch. Telling you. Woo! You want somebody to tell you you're beautiful, you need to be telling somebody what's beautiful about them. Instead of waiting for them to tell you. You mad because a friend haven't called you, you pick up the phone. Don't be somebody waiting to see how long it's going to take before they call. Ooh, I love it. I got so much to work on. One thing. That sense of separation from God. That's it. That's all I work on. Period. Keep it simple, Purdy. Kiss! Keep it simple, sweetheart. Used to be keep it simple, stupid. But we enlightened.
That's right.
So here we go as a quick review. Are you good? Are you feeling good? This is Earl Purdy. The role of teaching and learning is actually reversed in the teaching of the world. You're giving to yourself when you think you are giving it to someone else. And I'm going to end it with to teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. To teach someone, say it. To teach is to learn. What? To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. What? To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. And I want to teach love. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. To teach is to learn. And I want to teach love right now. To teach is to demonstrate. 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 Now I want to experience joy and fun and truth and play in my life. That's where I've been playing and joyful with you. I've been giving what I want to receive. I'm gonna give what I want to receive. I'm gonna give you what I want to receive. I'm gonna give you what I want to receive. I'm gonna give you what I want to receive. I'm gonna give you what I want to receive. I'm gonna give you what I want to receive right now. Right now. So when do spiritual cats want it? Right now. Would y'all acknowledge yourself for playing with me today? Holy God, hugs are available. And we have one quick announcement here that we want to make. This got some good stuff for you.